Before you start creating contents or measuring results, it is essential that you build the basis for your strategy. Keep in mind that your plan will be shaped by the goals you set at this first moment. Any strategy needs a direction, a path to follow, and with social media, it won't be different. One of the biggest mistakes that we make when using these channels in their content strategy is not focusing directly on an objective for the streams. Define a path. Thus, there is a constant impression that nothing gives results and often an oscillating vision that changes the goals of social networks frequently. To stabilize this search for satisfactory numbers, it is necessary to start with the first step of a strategic plan, which is to define what will be the focus of your social networks. This is a crucial part of the process that will guide you reading of the metrics. There are tools that allow you to measure, monitor, and evaluate your strategic processes in a simple, clear, and objective way, which are frequent doubts when it comes to social networks. Some possible goals can be increase the blog traffic, increase the followers community, attract new leads, obtain a database for newsletter subscribers, sell through free content, brand awareness, base of contact for sale. These are topics that can help you think about your brand's reality and outline your main focus. These objectives vary widely according to the industry and do not need to be static. After applying a strategic plan for a certain period, it might no longer make sense for you or the branch. Then, you should go back to this part of the strategy again to rethink changes in your mindset. Our optimistic or pessimistic way of looking at different situations in life and how to behave in front of them. Proper communication of our posts to connect with your audience is very important. Once you have identified the target, we should analyze what do you like, how do you like it, when, where. With these parameters in mind, we can get an idea of the audience and know how we are going to develop the content. Defining KPIs. The question to ask is how to measure if you're achieving the goal. It is important to look at the numbers that are directly related to the answer to the questions related to your focus. You can analyze KPIs, key performance indicators, such as numbers of mentions on social networks, audience involvement, audience with the page, and the reach of your publications are numbers that can guide you. In the case of spawning sales, you must analyze the number of leads resulted by these channels. Keeping track of these numbers continuously defines whether your strategy is being successful or not, and it will make all the difference to transform your profiles into results. Optimize your profile. A very important step is the optimization of your streams to provide the best possible experience to your followers. Are all of your social networks within the company's visual identity? Have you updated your description and profile with the correct links and the best way to generate the results you are looking for with the social networks? Ensuring a good impression and consistency in your profiles is the first step for your followers to see your business the way you want. After deciding this part, it is time to move on the second stage of this strategic construction process, which is related to the content. Produce the content. Often, there is no team dedicated and devoted to deal with the strategy of social networks. But even so, it is interesting to do some adaptations when you need to share content through different channels. This is the most interesting part. Having clear goals and a defined audience so you can start fulfilling your goals. If the strategy is to create free available resources to increase the subscribers database, then the list of content types can be ebooks, templates, white papers, tutorials, interviews, infographics. Frequency in each network. According to Sprout Social, the average number of posts for profiles on each of the social networks. Facebook 3 to 10 times a week, Twitter at least 5 times a week, LinkedIn 2 to 5 times a week, Instagram at least 5 times a week. It is important to highlight that these amounts are only a guide, but they don't need to be a rule. If you produce content that fits perfectly into the LinkedIn format, be sure to share them. If you don't have time to make your post fully adapted, try to make small changes in the language when switching between different channels. Adjusting your text can make a big difference. Research and develop. These two actions must always go together because one cannot exist without the other. To create the content, you have to do a thorough search and a lot of inspiration. Part of the research is to analyze exactly what local and international competition is doing. Another part of creating content should take into account several factors, such as the format of the content we create, whether it is a blog post or photo or video. Optimize content. If necessary, add search engine optimization tips to optimize. The production of content. If such an offer offers an exchange for a download, it must implement the system before publication. Reuse content you've already produced. Before producing new content, you need to keep in mind that even if your social networks are not guided by a consistent strategy today, there are certainly posts that have already worked very well. With that in mind, make a survey on your profiles of what content perform above average. Try to understand what catches your audience attention. These posts can be repeated when you need to create content. You can also take inspiration from them to create new things, whether talking about the same subject or just using similar images. Think of new possibilities. Your main objective has been identified. Now you need to produce new content to achieve it. A great way to do this is to brainstorm with a team or collaborators who can help to develop a range of new content. State the problem, take references, and let your colleagues help you solve them. Another factor that can contribute to this creative oxygenation is to be inspired by other people. Obviously, using references does not mean copying or plagiarizing, but understanding now things can be done differently. You can accentuate things that have been done on your networks before and create weekly content. Some examples of topics you can explore: daily, commemorative dates, encouraging interactions like polls, quizzes and questions, informative content and curiosities, posts produced by users, news and updates. Editorial calendar. Now you can start thinking about your editorial calendar. The calendar is nothing more than a schedule for a social network with the days of the week and the time when the post will happen. It is not at all complex or bureaucratic and can be built according to the month. You don't need to fill in all the month content right away. However, it is interesting to be able to plan, especially for content that requires more preparation time, such as videos or images. This must be done to think strategically and carefully analyze the content that best fits each type of media. For example, on Facebook, visual content is a sure bet. On Twitter, easy to share content is more likely to succeed and go viral. Other ways to maximize your reach. Looking for other ways to interact on social networks can be beneficial for your brand and for the dissemination of your content. Interacting with other users on social networks can be a good way to establish contact and get partnerships to promote your content. Encouraging your followers to produce content with your ideas is an interesting way to expand your influence, bring your audience closer, and increase it. Influencers are one of the big trends of the moment. Working with these professionals can be a catalyst for their popularity, but remember to take precautions before combining your social media with a person's image. Be sure to look for a professional who shares your values and thoroughly investigate the post of that creator to make sure that there is no content that could be controversial or harmful to you in any way. Analyzing results. The first stage of developing your strategy covers the analytical moment of the process to help you understand what has been successful and what can be adjusted in relation to planning. Although this is done in the end, the plan can be watched from the beginning if something is succeeding or just doesn't fit. Review the numbers. Searching for KPIs and monitoring what you drew in the first stage of this planning is one of the most important parts of this process. It is this analytical look that will help determine the success of your actions. You should carry out and register this data check at least once a month, but it is advisable to follow these numbers during the month. After all, you can intervene and think of ways to get around less than expected results as soon as they appear. Readjust. When you have your results, it becomes clear whether your planning did not reach the expected. In such cases, you can go back and understand where the weakness is located in the strategy. Was it in the planning part? Are your KPIs making sense? Don't worry if your planning is not 100% efficient at first. It is normal that it takes some time to get to know your numbers better and make projections according to the size of your profiles. Social network timeline. Create a graph of how these actions can be performed over a given period. It should include some of these main initiatives and indicate the average time that could be used for each of them, in addition to indicate which are punctual and which need greater consistency. The strategy is not static. After creating a social media plan, be sure to update it frequently. That is, keep in mind that your strategy must always be an organic thing. The idea is that it is constantly consulted and adapted as necessary. Planning, implementation, and data analysis are three key steps for solid and effective construction that will help you make less impulse-based and more accurate decisions to deliver real results. This video is part of the Coaching Interpairs for Employment project co-funded by the Erasmus Plus program of the European Union.